We appreciate that, and we've seen dozens of water main breaks since Tuesday's winter storm. Those have led to boil water advisories or people getting urged to conserve water.
Yeah, we're joined now by Stephen Nelson, the General Superintendent of the Sewerage and Water Board, right now with an update on the city's water system. Mr. Nelson, thank you so much for joining us. I just want to ask you, where do we stand right now?
Yeah, so things are continuing to stabilize as our crews have been out. They've repaired numerous breaks across the city, so that's really helping. And also our customers are doing a great job of, if you have a leak at your home, shutting that service off. Folks also no longer needing to run that stream of water, and folks are also being really helpful in terms of being conservative. So we are seeing pressures increase. And expect that to continue here over the weekend. We'll have crews working through the night and through the weekend, probably working on breaks related to this through the early part of next week.
Now, yesterday when we spoke with you, you said it was about 20 breaks. What is that number up to at this point?
Well, we have about 8 to 10 breaks a day, so we've probably seen somewhere between 30 and 50 breaks that I've seen over the last 4 or 5 days. Crews are getting out to address those, as well as leaks on smaller services and meters. We've had a lot of those. I don't have specific numbers on the smaller breaks, but the sum total of those can have an effect too. So getting out and addressing those is going to help us as well.
Any idea how that compares to previous freezes? I mean, we haven't had snow like this ever, but we certainly have seen our pipes freeze significantly before.
Yeah, I think the last really big freeze we had was in 2018, and if I recall correctly, there were multiple days of really, really cold weather.
Yep.
I think that the system we've had a couple of improvements that have really helped our system as a whole. The 2 big water towers have been put in service since then, and I think a lot of customers have actually replaced their services and the plumbing in their homes with PEX. It's a polyethylene type plumbing that is a lot more resistant to bursting when it freezes. So I think those things have helped a lot.
Well, a quick question for you. I know that there were some water issues, a boil water cautionary advisory that was in the Venetian Isle and New Orleans East in certain areas. Were those ever lifted?
Those have not been lifted yet. We expect results on that probably around midday tomorrow.
Okay, that's good news for those residents in those areas. Anything else you guys are concerned about as we start to, return to normal after this emergency?
Yeah, nothing that's an emergent concern. We're not out of the woods quite yet. Like we were talking about, there's a lot of breaks that are still out there. I saw a couple more in my drive around today, and actually heard a service leaking on a home in the block that my family and I live on. So would continue to ask folks to report those leaks as they see them. If you have a leak in the plumbing on your home, turn it off. And actually, one other thing I would mention, we've had the smart meter program we've talked about has installed about 80,000 smart meters right now, and we're able to monitor those for extraordinary usage. So running a faucet in your home might be a couple of gallons an hour, a few gallons an hour. We're currently monitoring if we're seeing customers that are going up to 100 to 300 gallons an hour, that's indicating a break. We're sending out email alerts to folks. So if you've signed up on the online customer portal, check your email. If you don't hear a leak, we're going to be trying to send you alerts as well.
That's extremely helpful. I'm sure customers really appreciate that, to stop it quickly so they don't end up getting charged on the back end.
Yeah, that's a big concern
that
a lot of people had. When you talk about running your water or letting it leak for that long amount of time, everyone's concerned about what their next bill is going to look like.
Yeah. Well, Steve, we can't thank you enough for giving us these updates as we've moved through this storm and now the aftermath. So thanks so much for joining us this evening.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us. And again, really appreciate you all, appreciate our customers. I think that message and folks shutting their water off has helped and will continue to help as we work through the rest of this.
Great. Thanks so much.